Okay guys, so now we are discuss about the radioactivity. This is the again the new important topic from the nucleus, and number of question is asking from the same topic. We are going to discuss about the radioactivity. The simple thing, we have two types of nucleus, maybe stable or unstable. So, and the stability is actually depends on nuclear forces, as we discussed in a nuclear force topic. Okay, now let's see. So we have two types of nucleus. First one is a stable nucleus and second one is a unstable nucleus. So stable nucleus means what? The nuclear forces are stable inside the nucleus. So here, so this one is a balanced nuclear forces. If nuclear forces inside the nucleus is balanced with each other, which other means short range nuclear force is equal to repulsive electrostatic force. This both are balanced to each other, then this type of nuclei are stable. Okay, so at that time we can say that the balanced nuclear forces are present inside the nucleus, then this type of nucleus is called a stable nucleus. Now the second step, unstable nucleus. What is the meaning of unstable nucleus? So if you consider, this is unbalancing of nuclear forces. Unbalanced nuclear forces are present into the nucleus. If you consider the simple situation, let's see, suppose it is a nucleus. Here the number of nucleides are present, number of nucleons are present. So this is called nucleides or nucleus. If on some nucleus, let's see, on some particle, if on this particle, on this side suppose Fn is present, on this side suppose Fe is present. If this both are balanced to each other, then this is the stable one. If this both are unbalanced to each other, then this is the unstable nuclei. Okay, so if this unstable nuclei is what we can say, that this unstable nuclei is a simple thing you consider here. When these forces are unbalanced to each other, some particles are released from the nucleus. Some particles are just coming out, some particles radiates. So this nucleus is radiate some of this particles, okay, some of this energy. So this type of process is called a radioactivity. This type of process is called a radioactivity. So this is the radiation. And why this radiation is occurs? Because of instability of the nucleus. So any unstable nucleus is spontaneously disintegrate. We call it is disintegrate. What is the meaning of disintegrate? It's breaks. Okay, so this nuclei is break and some new nuclei is formed. So this type of phenomenon of disintegration of the nuclei is called radioactivity. So this is the simple definition of the radioactivity. Let's see, due to the imbalance of forces inside the nucleus, or so see, imbalance of forces inside the nucleus, or due to the short range nuclear forces, nuclei spontaneously disintegrate. Disintegrate means break. So this nucleus is break into other stable nucleus. That's a disintegration. Okay, so after breaking, what happened? This unstable nuclei becomes a stable nucleus. So this process, unstable to stable, this process is called a radioactivity. So due to the imbalance of forces inside the nucleus, or due to the short range nuclear forces, this both are present inside this one, short range nuclear forces, nuclei spontaneously disintegrate into the other nucleides. Means one unstable nucleus is converted into stable nucleus by the radiation of energy. And this is we call it is break into the other nuclei. Okay, and this phenomenon is called a radioactivity. This phenomenon is called a radioactive. So that is a simple thinking. Let's we are understanding in detail. You consider, suppose you have some nuclei. Consider this is the nuclei X, and this X nuclei is what? Unstable nucleus. Okay, let's consider this is unstable nucleus. So some of this particle is coming out from here. Okay, so that is a radiation of excess energy. Radiation of excess energy means if any excess energy is come out from this nucleus, then this nucleus is just comes to stable. Okay, so the due to this radiation of this energy, this nucleus is converted into other nucleus. Let's consider now it is converted into other light nucleus. This heavy nucleus is converted into light. Generally this heavy nucleus is unstable, and the light nucleus are generally stable because its binding energy is more. Okay, so binding energy per nucleon is more actually. So this X is converted into Y. So this Y is a stable nucleus. So this X is unstable nucleus. So this X is radiate some energy. Okay, and this new nucleus is from X to Y. So that is Y is a stable. So due to the spontaneous disintegration, this stable nuclei, unstable nuclei convert into stable. So X is converted into Y. So how this excess energy is coming out actually? So this excess energy is coming out into the some radiation particles. Okay, which type of particles? So there is a three types of radiation are present here. Maybe alpha decay, maybe beta decay, or maybe gamma decay. So due to this type of radiation, alpha decay, we discuss about alpha, beta and gamma decay in detail, but later on. Okay, but due to this type of radiation, alpha, beta and gamma, this unstable nuclei is converted into stable nuclei. So this unstable nuclei is called a parent nuclei, and this is called a daughter nuclei. You must be remember this both this name. So this X is what here? So here X is a parent nucleus and Y is a daughter nucleus. So you must be remember this both this name, because sometime it is given in a problem. Okay, so X is what? Parents nuclei, means X is unstable nuclei and it's try to convert in a stable nuclei. So X is a parents nuclei, and this Y is formed from the X. So this Y is a daughter nuclei. Okay, so this is the simple radioactivity process, and how this access, when it is break into the stable nuclei, some energy must be released from the nuclei, and this energy is released in the form of radiation. Which type of radiation? So first one is alpha radiation, second one is the beta radiation, third one is the gamma radiation. Alpha radiation is generally known as alpha decay, beta radiation is generally known as a beta decay, and gamma radiation is generally known as a gamma decay. These three are quite important topic we discussed after completion of the radioactivity topic. Okay, now let's consider the simple situation, activity. Let's consider activity. What is the meaning of activity? Actually that is radioactivity, nothing else. Activity is exactly similar as the radioactivity. So when this nuclei is converted like this from here to here, when this nuclei is converted, so you consider initially there is a large number of nuclei present in any substances. So consider any issue, this is the one substance, this is the different nuclei. Okay, so that is what? Unstable substance. So unstable substance, and this unstable substance contain number of nuclei, so that is a nucleus. Okay, due to the disintegration, this all nuclei are converted into stable nucleus. Okay, so the meaning is what? This all the nuclei does not convert at a time. So one by one nuclei is converted into stable one. Okay, this was, suppose here the 1000 nuclei are present, so this 1000 nuclei is converted into stable one by one. This all are not this all are not converted at a time, in a single time. So there is some time span is required, some time is required to convert from unstable to stable. So for this situation we define the new terms activity. So activity is what? Activity is a rate of disintegration, or we can say that rate of decay. Okay, spontaneous rate of spontaneous disintegration, rate of spontaneous disintegration or decay. This is called activity. Generally activity symbol is used A or R. These two symbols are used for activity. Generally A is used, but as per the textbook we are choose the symbol of activity is capital R. R means what? Activity. What is activity? Rate of spontaneous disintegration or decay. So how we define this A? So A is equal to dN by dt. You consider in a dt time, you write this definition, in a dt time, dN nucleus are decayed. If this is happening, then rate of disintegration is called activity. Rate of disintegration is called activity. So A is equal to dN by dt. But we are using this symbol as A is equal to minus dN by dt. Now the thing is what? Why minus sign is used here? As the time passes, due to the disintegration, the number of nuclei decreases. Initially this number of nuclei is maximum, but when the time is passing, so after as the time passes, this number of nuclei decreases. So time is increases, number of nuclei is decreases. So we are using this negative sign. So negative sign indicates as the time passes, number of unstable nucleus is decreases. So we are using this negative sign here. Okay, now let's come to this unit of activity. So dN is change in a number of nuclei, dt is a time. So unit of activity is given as a decay per second, dps, decay per second. Okay, decay per second, or sometime it is called a disintegration per second, disintegration per second. And this decay per second is generally denoted by Becquerel. Okay, so 1 dps is equal to 1 bq. Bq is represents the Becquerel. Okay, so one actually radioactivity was found by this Henry Becquerel. Radioactivity, this phenomenon is just given by Henry Becquerel and Madame Curie. So based on this unit of radioactivity is given as a 1 Becquerel. What is one meaning of 1 Becquerel? 1 Becquerel is equal to 1 decay per second, 1 dps. So this both are same. If you consider this situation, another unit is mostly used, and that is a Curie. So 1 Curie is denoted as Ci. 1 Curie Ci is equal to 3.7 into 10 raised to 10 dps. So this is the one useful unit for radioactivity. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the law of radioactivity. Before we are discuss this law of radioactivity, all of you guys pause your screen and note down all those things. Okay, Okay, now we are discuss about the law of radioactivity. That is quite important topic, and number of equation we have to derive here. You remember all this equation because it is helpful to solve out the different example. Okay, now suppose you consider you have a one parent substance. So this is a parent substance, parents substance, and X, this parent nucleus is what? X. It is disintegrate into the daughter substance Y, and some particles, some radioactive particles. So this is the radioactivity process. So you consider if this number of nuclei for X is higher, so similarly disintegration rate is also higher. So we can say that disintegration rate is directly proportional to number of parent nucleus. So let's consider the number of parent nucleus is n. N is equal to number of nucleus at time t. Number of nucleus at time t. If you consider the n is higher, so radioactivity is also higher. So we can say that disintegration rate is directly proportional to n. So consider at t is equal to 0. At, or first we write this note, number of means disintegration rate, disintegration rate is directly proportional to number of nuclei, number of nucleus. Okay, so this is the important thing, you must be noted this. What is the meaning of this one? So meaning of this one, what is the disintegration rate? Disintegration rate is dN by dt, as we discussed, is directly proportional to n, and we already discussed this is the negative one. So activity R is equal to this one is directly proportional to n. So this is the meaning of this sentence. Okay, let's give us equation number 1. This is considered as a equation number 1. Now let's we decide something. Suppose at t is equal to 0 time, at t is equal to 0 time, number of nuclei is maximum. How much? Consider n0. At t is equal to 0 time, when the radioactivity does not start yet. Okay, so at that time number of undecayed nuclei is maximum. Okay, let's consider how much this number. So this number n is equal to n0, means at that at t is equal to 0, n0 nuclei are present here. So here how many nuclei are present? So this one is n0. How many? N0 nucleus are present. At the time is passes, the number of nuclei of this Y is increases. At the time passes, disintegration rate is going on, and thus number of nuclei of daughter nucleus is increases. And now consider at t is equal to t time, this n is becomes how much? Number of nucleus at time t is how much? How many nucleus? So that's the n. This number is n. So this is the limit for us. Now let's be finding out this one. So from this equation we can write down the simple statement here. 1 upon n. Let's consider, let's eliminate this proportionality sign. So dN by dt, if you eliminate this proportionality sign, you must be put some constant here. So this minus lambda into n, where this lambda is called a decay constant. Lambda is what? Decay constant. Okay, we discuss about decay constant at the end of this topic, but you just take a integration of this one. So 1 upon n dn is equal to minus lambda dt. We have this limit. So we are using this limit. So we have to finding out the number of nuclei at time t. We have to finding out this n from this equation. So take an integration on both sides. So by integration, what do you get? Integration 1 upon n dn is equal to minus lambda integration dt. This lambda is constant, so let's take out from this integration. Now what is the limit of n and what is the limit of t? So t is 0 to t, so 0 to t. So at that time when t is 0, n is equal to n0. When t is 0, n is equal to n0. When t is equal to t, n is equal to n. So t is equal to t, here put n is equal to n. What is the integration of 1 upon n? So integration of 1 upon n is a log n, so that is a ln log. So ln n from n0 to n is equal to minus lambda. What is the integration of dt? So integration of dt, as we know, this is a t. So like this. Now put this limit here. So n minus n0. So answer is what? ln n minus ln n0 is equal to minus lambda t. Now log minus log, so this terms comes into the division. So our answer is what? ln n upon n0 is equal to minus lambda t. You just eliminate log from this left hand side, log is elements here, so this terms comes into the power of e. So this is the exponential power, so we get the final answer n upon n0. We eliminate the log on left hand side, so this right hand side terms is right in a power of e. So what is the final equation? So final equation of this one, n is equal to n0 e raised to minus lambda t, and this equation is called a law of radioactivity. So this equation represents a law of radioactivity. Okay, you must be remember this equation is considered as a law of radioactivity. There is a different form of a law of radioactivity. Let's discuss about these forms. So form of radioactivities, forms of law of radioactivity. See the equation number 1. R is proportional to n, means the activity is directly proportional to n. So from equation 1, consider it is equation number 2. From equation 1 and 2, if R is directly proportional to n, R is directly proportional to n here, so here you also use the similar formation. So what is this formation? So from this equation, n is replaced by R is equal to n0 replaced by r0 e raised to minus lambda into t. So this is the another form of radioactivity. Okay, this is also called a law of radioactivity in terms of activity. So R is equal to, where R0 is what? Initial activity, and R is what? The activity at time t. So let's see, must be note here, where R0 is equal to activity at time t is equal to 0, and what is R? Activity at time t is equal to t, like this. And also you can write down this formula in terms of mass. So if this substance mass is known initially, suppose initial mass is m0 and at time t mass is m, then this equation also write like this: m is equal to m0 e raised to minus lambda into t, where what is m? M is the mass at time t. M is equal to mass at time t is equal to t, and what is m0? So m0 is what? Mass at time t is equal to 0. So three equation we have, 1, 2 and this 3. These all equations are generally useful or known as a law of radioactivity. If number of nucleus are given to us, we use this equation. If activity is given to us, we use this equation, and mass is given to us, we use this equation. Okay, so these are the some equation we must be know. Now again you come to this equation, equation number 1. What is dN by dt? It is activity. So equation number 1, So again we are comes to the same equation from equation 1. So what is dn by dt? Dn by dt is a activity. So activity R is equal to what? Lambda. We write only magnitudes. Okay. So lambda into n. So R is equal to lambda into n. So this is the another equation of this activity. Okay. And simply you write the R0 is equal to lambda into R0. So in this equation, R is equal to what? Lambda into n, and R0 is equal to what? Lambda into n0. You put this both the value here, you get the exactly same equation as the equation number 2. Okay, so this is the helpful equation. So all of you guys note this equation on the margin of a page. Okay, this is quite helpful equation. Now what is the decay constant? Now we discuss about the decay constant. Let's see. Decay constant. What is decay constant from this one? Decay constant lambda is equal to R upon n. Decay constant is what? R upon n. From this equation you can derive this. Okay, it means activity is higher, R is higher, lambda is higher. Activity is smaller, lambda is smaller. So from the value of decay constant you can compare the stability of a different nucleus. Okay, so if lambda is high, all of you must be note this. If lambda is high, then R is high. Yes or no? If lambda is high, then our activity is higher. If activity is higher, it means this nuclei is less stable. For any nucleus, if activity is higher, it means number of disintegration per second is higher. Disintegration is higher means what? There is a this nucleus more unstable, so unstability is higher. So this type of nucleus is a less stable. This type of nucleus is a less stable. And second thing, if lambda is lower, smaller, lambda is smaller, then R is smaller. If R is smaller, it means what? Number of nuclei decay per second is smaller one. If disintegration rate is smaller one, it means this nuclei is more stable. So this, when lambda is smaller, in comparison this one is more stable. So sometimes this type of question is asking to you, and this is a comparison of lambda. Lambda high, less stability, lambda small, more stability. Okay, now pause your screen and note down this all the thing in your books.